Australia is scheduled to face China and Japan. The doubleheader games are fixed for the John Cain Arena in Melbourne from July the 2nd, I beg your pardon, to 5th. And now let's go to the Nigeria Women Football League. Following their relegation from the Nigeria Women Football League, Sunshine Queens have relieved coach Oladimeji Abimbola of her duties with immediate effect. Ondo State Commissioner for Sport and Youth Development Sakai Yusuf Ogulaye made the announcement on Thursday in Akure, Ondo State capital. According to the commissioner, the coach has been demoted to take charge of the team's under 17 side. Sunshine Senior Women's side will now be coached by Rafiu Oseni as the new manager and will be assisted by Nike Adekunle, a former captain of the club, Odunayo Adejoro. The commissioner also noted that the repositioning was aimed at restructuring football in the state. And of course, to the Presidential Federation Cup, we hear the Abia Warriors Football Club of Umuahia has moved to the round of 32 of the ongoing Presidential Cup after defeating Uyo State champions Ilaji Football Club of Ibadan 4-2 at the Samuel Obamudia Stadium in Benin City. 2 goals from attack duo Sunday Megwo and Pascal Waboezid condemned the Oyo State champions on early exit from the oldest competition in Nigeria. And of course, you're talking about the Federation Cup, 6-time Nigerian Cup champions and last season losing finalists Rangers International FC will take no further part in this year's flying edition of the Flying Antelope lost to the round of 62 in the President Federation's Cup 2022 encounter to rival Kano Pillars 6-5 on penalties after the score ended in 90 minutes, stood at 1-1 in a match played at the Buhari Township Stadium FCT yesterday. The same Gida side was quicker off the blocks in the encounter that had 2 of the most followed teams in the country flexing muscles in the early stages of the competition. As they scored an early goal when Mustafa Umar was allowed much space inside the box to drill home the opening goal and send the bench and fans into wild celebration. Stunned as they were, the coach Fidelis, the two-third side, took the game to coach Abdul Mekaba's side, probably from openings with Kazim Ogunleye and Chukwudi Wodo. Isaac Xavier showing dominance in the middle of the park, while Chidozie Okore and Godwin Obaje were at their best, but the backline of the opponents were clinical in their defensive work. With the halftime remaining only 7 minutes to go, Chidozie Okore restored parity for the Coast City side on the 38th minute when he latched onto a pass from Obaje to poke home from close range past Ibrahim Galadima, who had been doing a yeoman job between the sticks for Kano Pillars. Both sides couldn't get a goal for the remainder of the 45 minutes, went to penalties, and I can tell you it was Enugu Rangers that were dumped out, with Kano Pillars winning 6-5 on penalties. And at this time, she's talking about Nigerian football. We hear the management of Rivers United of Port Harcourt has threatened withdrawal from all football-related activity. In the letter dated May the 2nd, addressed to the General Secretary of the Nigerian Football Federation, Rivers United, through its secretary, Ahmed Abdurrahman, said the club sponsor, Rivers State Government, is currently reviewing the club's participation in all football-related matters due to the unfair treatment against the club. The management of Rivers United Football Club, Port Harcourt, is hereby notifying you that the sponsor of the team, the Rivers State Government, is currently reviewing the club participation in all football-related activities due to unfair action always taken against the team despite its huge investment and contribution to the development of the game in Nigeria. Rivers United is by the letter withdrawing the earlier sent letter dated May the 1st on the match timing for the 2024 Federations Cup with subject of rescheduled Federations Cup match round of 62 with prejudice. Abdurrahman said in the letter, also copied to the Chief Operating Officer of the Nigerian Professional Football League. And before we leave out, go all the way to Nigerian players playing across Europe, quickly let's let you know that, of course, the biggest indoor table tennis, the indoor arena in East Africa, BK Arena, is set to host 2 of Africa's elite table tennis tournament, the African Cup and the Olympic qualifying tournament from May the 12th to 18. It is nicely poised as the best table tennis player in the continent battle for honors and tickets for the Paris 2024 Olympic Games in France. For the first time in the history of the 10,000 capacity indoor arena, a table tennis tournament will be staged indoors. The development excites President African Table Tennis Federation ATTF Khalid El Salhi, who expressed confidence in the capacity of the Rwanda Table Tennis Federation RTTA to stage the world-class event. And it's no good news we hear as following this distinctive performance for his team. Nigerian Super Eagles midfielder Rafael Onyedika has been named Club Brugge's Player of the Month. The combative player joined the Belgian side last summer, I beg your pardon, from the Danish club Michelin. He has been regular with the team in the month. He's got 3 goals and 1 assist this month, beating the duel of Michael Sokras and Nordin Jakas to the award. He has made 44 appearances for the club in all competition this season. Also, good news we hear after winning the Women's League Goalkeeper of the Season, and just before Falcons goalkeeper Chiamaka Nadozie has been nominated for another award. 23-year-old shortstopper earlier in the week emerged as the winner of the Top Gun in France, as she also made the team of the season. The Nigerian international was on Thursday nominated for the National Union Professional Footballer UNFP Goalkeeper of the Year award. Nadozie will compete with highly rated Olympic Lyon goalkeeper Christine Andler, Christina Kadunek of Paris SG, FC Florin Cleo Ngazi, and Kinga Simic of Stade Reims for the award. The award ceremony is fixed for the 13th of May 2024. And then finally, before we go to the foreign scene, Atlanta, Minga Ademola Lookman has been nominated for the Serie A Player of the Month for April. It's the first time Lookman will be nominated for this award this season. 26-year-old was a key performer for Atlanta in the month under review. Lookman registered 1 goal and 3 assists for the Ladder in the month. Gal Piero Gasparini's side are battling to secure the premier place in the Champions League next season. They're already in the final of the Coppa Italia and the semi-final of the UEFA Europa League. We hear he will battle the likes of Luis Alberto of Lazio, Albert Gudmundsson of Genoa, Paulo Dybala of AS Roma, and Matteo Politano of Napoli alongside Hakan Çalhanoğlu of Inter Milan. Okay, now we leave what's happening in the local scene and head out to check out what's going on in the foreign scene. Okay, let's start off, of course, what happened in the UEFA. Let's start off from the UEFA Conference League. Big reports we're hearing as Super Eagles midfielder Rafael Onyedika was shown a red card as Club Brugge lost 3-2 to Fiorentina in the first leg of the semi-final of the Europa Conference League on Thursday. The Nigerian international was making his 11th appearance for Club Brugge in the competition has needed just 1 goal. He was shown a red card in the 58th minute and the 61st minute to pick up the red card in that encounter. Still talking Conference League, we hear Aston Villa has joined. Talking about Conference League, Aston Villa were beaten by 3 goals to 2 and 4 goals to 2, I beg your pardon, at home by Olympiacos, giving a dent in their chances of getting to the final of the Conference League. Don't forget, this is their first semi-final in 42 years in the history of the club. And of course, the Europa League, where Bayer Leverkusen recorded a 2-0 win away to Roma in the first leg of the Europa League semi-final tie on Thursday. It is now 47 games unbeaten in all competition for Bayer Leverkusen this season. With Victor Boniface was an unused substitute. Nathan Teller was brought on in the 77th minute. A goal in each half of Flora Witt and Robert Aldrich sealed the first leg victory. Witt opened the scoring in the 28th minute. It started in a pass from Alex Grimando, who capitalized on a poor pass from a Roma player. In the 73rd minute, Aldrich doubled the lead with a volley from outside the box. While in France, Atalanta held Olympique Marseille 1-1 with Ademola Lookman coming in the 59th minute of the encounter. Lucas Kamaka had given Atalanta the lead in the 11th minute before Chancellor Mbemba with a powerful strike for Marseille 20 minutes from time. And it's no news that Chelsea were on fire yesterday. They got one over their rival. Talking about Tottenham Hotspur in the London derby. Courtesy goal from Trevor Chalobah. And of course, the on form, or should I say, the struggling striker Nicholas Jackson, as they beat Tottenham Hotspur at the Stamford Bridge by 2-0. This win has helped Chelsea and has put Chelsea in pole position to get continental football come the end of the season. And for Tottenham Hotspur, it's a big blow, though they are 5th on the table, 7 points adrift Aston Villa with just 1 game in hand. A big blow to their title aspiration, their Champions League aspiration, I beg your pardon. A big blow, I must tell you, for a team who will be hoping to play in Europe next season. And as you talk in Chelsea, we hear that Antonio Conte is set to return to Chelsea as the London club has reportedly sent in a lucrative offer to convince him to replace Mauricio Pochettino. That we hear Chelsea find themselves in a difficult spot as the Premier League season starts to draw to a close. We hear that the Blues are in 8th on the table with 4 games left, leaving them far off the Champions League spot. Reports on Wednesday suggest that Chelsea have started targeting Bologna handler Thiago Motta ahead of the summer. There's also a report that Chelsea are solely interested in Conte coming back to the West London club for a second spell. It is gathered that they have been in close contact in recent days, proposing a lucrative offer to try and convince him to make the move. We hear Milan and Napoli are also both targeting Conte, but the former focuses on a younger, sustainable project, seems unlikely to tempt the coach, and the latter have been waiting for a breakthrough for months. Okay, it is what it is. I tell you, I can't tell you. Big games, I tell you. Come on, going on, but come on. We can't come on. It is what it is. I tell you, for Chelsea, they are indeed struggling and struggling and struggling. And indeed, they are indeed struggling to get this one done and dusted. Okay, now before we go, let's give you the result of game being played across match venues. Chelsea 2-0 victors against Tottenham Hotspur. Marseille played a 1-0 draw with Atalanta. Roma lost to Bayer Leverkusen by 2-0. Aston Villa were beaten 2-4 by Olympiacos. Fiorentina 3-2 against Bologna. Club Brugge, beg your pardon, in the Conference League. And the Saudi Pro League, Al-Hams played a goal draw with Al-Qad. Al-Halil beat Damak FC by 4-1 with Riyad Mahrez scoring in that encounter. Al-Fateh played a 2-2 draw with Al-Riyadh. Okay, now let's go straight to what's happening in tennis and let you know that defending champion Aryna Sabalenka produced a stunning comeback against Elena Rybakina to set up a Madrid Open final with Igor Swiatek. The Belarusian second seed fought back from a set down and a breakdown to win 1-6, 7-5, 7-6. A two-time winner in the Spanish capital, Sabalenka, will face world number 1 Swiatek in a repeat of last year's final. Poland Sabalenka breezed into the Madrid showpiece earlier on Thursday with a 6-1, 6-3 victory over Madison Keys. And now to golf, where Tiger Woods have accepted a special exemption to play at the U.S. Open at Pinhot next month. The 48-year-old, a 15-time major winner, including 3 U.S. Open, does not qualify automatically after his 5-year exemption for winning the 2019 Masters ran out earlier this year. He has struggled to compete since suffering a severe leg injury in a car crash in 2021, and he has played only 2 tournaments this year. The most recent of those was last month's Masters, where he finished 60th on 16 over, but made a record 24th consecutive cut. And out to the NBA, we can let you know that the New York Knicks will face the Indiana Pacers in the Eastern Conference semifinals after both progressed from the first round of the NBA playoffs. The Knicks, who are the second seed in the East, won 118-115 in Philadelphia, beg your pardon, to clinch a 4-2 series over the 76ers. The Milwaukee Bucks welcome back Damian Lillard after missing the previous 2 games through an Achilles injury, but they were unable to take the series with Indiana to a decider. The 6th seed, Pacers won 120-98 in Indianapolis to clinch a 4-2 upset on the 3rd seed Milwaukee, the 2021 champions. Although Lillard returned for the Bucks, fellow star Giannis Antetokounmpo remained out, with the 2-time MVP having not played any part of the series because of a calf injury. The Pacers will begin their best of 7 series with the Knicks in New York on Monday. It is what it is, and let's give you full result of game played in the NBA games last night. Big games, I tell you, or should I say early hours of this morning, guys. The 76ers beat the Knicks 115-118, and the games will continue tomorrow morning, where the Magic will take on the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Mavericks will take on the Clippers, and of course on Sunday, you have the Knicks taking on the 76ers, the Cavaliers taking on the Magic, and the Clippers will take on the Mavericks. That one is on Monday, exactly 1 a.m. And now let's talk some football, guys, quickly, and let you know that Everton prospective buyers have held decision with a private equity firm specializing in distressed debt as they aim to complete a protected takeover of the club. 777 Partners agreed to buy current owner Farhad Mashiri's 94% stake in September, but have struggled to seal the deal and is yet to be ratified by the Premier League, repaying a £150 million pounds loan to MSP Sports Capital remains a major stumbling block, while 777 also needs to provide about 100 million pounds to complete construction of the club's new 53,000 capacity stadium at Bramby Mock Dock. 777 have been in talks with GDA Luma Capital to see whether their financing can be offered, as first reported by Bloomberg. And also we hear that Tonali, yes, Newcastle midfielder Sandro Tonali has been given a suspended 2-month ban after admitting to breaches of Football Association betting rules. The Italian, who's 23, will not serve the ban if he does not commit further breaches before the end of next season. He's already serving a 10-month ban running until August for offences during his time in Italy. Tonali was charged by the FA in March and admitted placing between 40 to 50 bets after joining Newcastle from AC Milan last July, including 4 on the Magpies results. Okay, like we told you, the MPFL will be on break, but one big game will be played on Sunday where Remo Stars will welcome Rivers United to Ikene. Rivers United will be playing the outstanding game, hoping that they get the right results to push them to continental places. That game is for Sunday, 4 p.m. In the EPL, guys, these are the games you need to look out for. If you're a fan of the EPL, games will continue today. Luton Town will take on Everton. That game is for 8 p.m. Arsenal will play Bournemouth. That game is for 12:30 p.m. tomorrow. Early kickoff. Brentford will take on Fulham. Burnley vs Newcastle. Sheffield United vs Nottingham Forest. Man City will take on Wolves. And on Sunday, it is a London derby again for Chelsea when they welcome West Ham to Stamford Bridge. Brighton will play Aston Villa. Liverpool vs Spurs, the biggest game of the weekend. And Crystal Palace will welcome Man United, to the Selhurst Park. In the Spanish La Liga, guys, these are the games you need to look out for this weekend. Games start up today. Getafe will take on Athletic Club 8 p.m. today. Tomorrow, you have Real Sociedad taking on Las Palmas. Real Madrid will take on Cadiz. So tomorrow, Girona will take on Barcelona in the pick of the bunch. Mallorca vs Atletico Madrid. Osasuna will take on Real Betis. Celta Vigo vs Villarreal. Valencia vs Alaves. Rayo Vallecano will take on Almeria. And Sevilla will take on Granada. In the Italian Serie A, games will continue today with Torino taking on Bologna. 7:45 p.m. is that time. Monza will take on Lazio. Sassuolo vs Internazionale. Cagliari will take on Lecce on Sunday. Verona vs Fiorentina. Empoli vs Frosinone. Milan will take on Genoa. Roma vs Juventus. And on Monday, it is Salernitana vs Atalanta. That game is for 5 p.m. And 7:45 will be Udinese welcoming Napoli. The battle of our goalkeeper Marco Okoye and Victor Osimhen. In the French League, all games continue. Match day 32. Toulouse will take on Montpellier today, 6 p.m. And later tonight, 8 p.m. is Lens vs Lorient. Tomorrow, you have Le Havre taking on Strasbourg. Monaco will take on Clermont Foot. Mainz vs Rennes. Brest will take on Nantes. And on Monday Night Football, it will be Lille taking on Olympique Lyonnais. And then finally, in the Bundesliga in Germany, we know that Leverkusen are unbeaten and are champions already, but games continue today with Hoffenheim taking on RB Leipzig. Tomorrow, it is VfB Stuttgart vs Bayern. Werder Bremen will take on Borussia Mönchengladbach. Dortmund will take on Augsburg. Wolfsburg will play Darmstadt. Cologne will take on SC Freiburg. Union Berlin vs VfL Bochum. Eintracht Frankfurt vs Leverkusen are the biggest game for me. And Heidenheim will take on Mainz on Sunday, the final game of the weekend. And then before I walk out of the studio, quickly, let's let you know that Aston Villa have joined the race for the signature of Nigeria forward Kelechi Iheanacho. Iheanacho has been frozen out of Leicester City with about 2 months left on his contract. 27-year-old is expected to leave force on a free transfer this summer. Aston Villa, according to report, want to add more firepower to the attack despite already having Oli Watkins and John Duran in their ranks. Iheanacho, who is an experienced Premier League campaigner, is seen as an ideal acquisition. The striker could be moved open to a move, especially if Aston Villa is in contention of securing a Champions League place next season. Crystal Palace, Turkish league side Trabzonspor are also reportedly interested in the player. He has got 35 goals in 172 league appearances for the Foxes. Okay, that's how much we can take on the show, but don't worry, I tell you by 4 p.m. it'll be time for Sport Lounge, where we give you all the latest gist, update, keeping you up to speed with everything sports that you need to know, whether it's in Nigeria, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in the world. We get it to you just in your fingertips, okay? Okay, don't worry, after now, on top of the hour will be sports around Abuja. But come on, the best of news here in Abuja we bring to you just for your listening pleasure. Okay, from me, the sport bishop, the magistrate, the pilot, the prophet, the professor, none so as like I love saying, keep talking sport, keep living sport. Sport is life. Okay, for me, I'm the sporting team. We say we're done and we're gone. God bless. No stress. Adios. We'll see you 4 p.m. Don't miss it.